Before I start today's video, I do want to say this is the first time I got some Rocket League gameplay up on the channel, so I hope you guys enjoy that in the background. I would have more of it, but, you know, like I said in the previous commentary, World of Warships Legends and Destiny 2 have been consuming a lot of my time. Either way, I will hopefully get more gameplay of that, because I actually do really enjoy this game. This is like my second or third match ever, and I was just like, huh, this game isn't so bad. It takes some getting used to, but I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. But either way, on to the topic of the video. So, as some of you guys may know, I have been in the process of a transformation journey, so to speak. To make a long story short, I have been pretty much losing weight and been in the gym very consistently over the last 2 years. I was at least 215 pounds, which did not look good on me at all. And some might say, and if photos of me were like, oh, you know, you're not like super obese or anything, but I'm just like, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I get that, but I feel like shit. And when I feel like shit, now I feel like I have to do something about it. So, over the last 2 years, I've been consistently in the gym doing cardio, doing basically anything, weightlifting, stuff like that, bodybuilding, quote-unquote bodybuilding, either way. But that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make is that the gym has been a very large part of my life for the better part of 2 years. I mean, watching what it did for my brother, who was literally the skinniest motherfucker ever. I mean, hell, his friends joked with him that he was essentially a cancer patient because of how skinny he was, and then this dude put on a ton of muscle in the last 2 to 3 years. I mean, if you see photos of him on my social media, he's absolutely jacked. And like I said, the gym has been a very big part of not just my life and his life and a lot of people's lives, because it is an outlet for us to get healthy and such. Now, with COVID-19, as I previously stated before, that was very hard for me to get in shape because I didn't really have any gym equipment, and it was tough for me to consistently go to the gym because the gym was closed. I had no outlet to do any cardio other than just walking under my own power, which for me does nothing. And on top of that, I didn't have the proper weights. Now, obviously, as time went on during the summer, me and my brother got some money together and we started building a downstairs gym in my basement. We called it the Dungeon. It's a lot of fun, and that is my first goal of the game. That was epic for me. But yeah, we got a gym now. It was really great. I was really proud of it. Obviously, it still is a work in progress. It's just a matter of money and getting more weights. So that has been a savior for me for when the gyms were still relatively iffy in opening. Of course, now that gyms are open in the COVID era, I have been going a little bit more as well. I even got a membership at another gym that's close to my house, because my other one, the other gym I used to go to, I won't name names, but the other gym I used to go to was kind of fucking us over in terms of billing. So I kind of had to fix that. So I ended up joining another gym, which is, I would say it's a lot better, although there were some things about my old gym I enjoyed a lot more. But with the impending quote-unquote second wave of coronavirus or COVID-19 or whatever, I find that there's a lot of talk of gyms once again closing. And that makes me pretty upset because, again, I have the basement gym, but there's things I like doing in a gym that I just can't do in the basement, and I can't do in my own house. Cardio is one thing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again in the video. I cannot walk under my own power. I walk like a fucking slowpoke. And I like to enjoy my walks. I don't walk for the sake of exercise. I walk, yeah, obviously I get a little exercise in the process, but I walk to enjoy myself. At some point in time, consistently going out every single day to do that is just a time-consuming process, and I ain't got the time for that. So it's much easier for me to spend an hour and a half on a treadmill forcing me to walk under a certain speed than it is to do anything else. So gyms potentially closing again is going to be really tough, in my honest opinion, in terms of cardio. Other stuff like weightlifting, like I said, I don't have all the weights in the world. I don't have all the equipment in the world as much as I would like to, but that's a lot of expensive. So there are certain things that are going to have to suffer in terms of that as well. But the one thing I want to make evidently clear is that there's a lot of just the mindset of these people that say that gyms should be closing again, whether it's government officials or people in the federal government or anything. It just don't do it, man. I mean, I can tell you right now from firsthand experience, maybe a year ago, gyms weren't like the healthiest place to be in terms of like, germs and such. But I can tell you from the gyms I've been visiting over the last 2 or 3 months, maybe more, that there's been a lot of precautions that have been taking place in a lot of these gyms. People are wearing their masks. People are cleaning their equipment after they're done. I've been doing it pretty consistently as well. One of the gyms I went to, they closed at a certain time for 2 hours to clean everything, and then they would reopen again at like 4 o'clock for the late, the rush hour people that would come in the gym at like 5 o'clock and such. So it was perfect for them. It just, I don't understand the mindset, because to me a gym is a place where people could be healthier and try and do something for themselves. Yet here we are taking away the one thing that's going to make them not only feel better about themselves, get a lot more confidence, but just overall be healthier so that they don't have to succumb to issues like COVID-19 and heart issues and being obese and stuff like that. But meanwhile, they won't close any of the fast food restaurants that are actually actively harming a lot of people, because that's all they consistently eat. So the mindset of this is just really iffy, and I don't want to get political about it because I think politics makes people dumber than it does making them smarter. But I honestly believe that the politics of it is really interfering with everyone's day-to-day lives, and at some point in time, it just becomes too much. There was a point where it's like, okay, we'll deal with it for a couple weeks. Now it's getting to a point where it's actively becoming a lot more ridiculous. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. The idea of gyms closing again just makes me feel gross on the inside. Either way, thank you guys for watching today's video. Check me out on all the social media stuff you see down in the description below. And of course, check out the 69 Whiskey Podcast. Take care.